Hello, everyone. It's Brenda Miller. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live or do a recording every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to share with you some of the things that I've been working on. And I'm very excited. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I have been putting off doing some of my scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is my favorite thing to do. I don't take as many pictures anymore. So one of the things, a lot of times when you scrapbook, you do it after the fact. You look at the pictures that you've got, and then you decide how to put how to best decorate around the photos and leaving the photos to be the highlight. Well, sometimes it's a good idea, especially if you have been putting things off, to do some of this beforehand. And then it sets your mind up for looking for those perfect photos to take to add to your scrapbook pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a scrapbook page that I am going to take the photos for tomorrow and make sure that I get it done, because done is better than perfect for sure. So I'm going to show you how to do the scrapbook page using one of our new scrapbooking kits. So let's go ahead and take a look at my desktop. So here we go. So the scrapbooking kits that Stampin' Up! Has now come with the supplies for three double page spreads. Okay, so that means that when you open a book up, and these are 12 by 12, when you open a book up like this, side by side, the photos and the pages coordinate so that it gives you a nice layout, right? And of course, you could just do one or the other, and you could do things any way you want. And it all depends what kind of photos you have, what kind of projects that you're trying to go for. But usually, I just try to document special events. That's really what I'm down to now. I used to do a lot of everyday stuff, but now I don't. So I have decided that for this class, I'm just going to do one of the two-page spreads, and I've done a lot of the prep work in advance. It doesn't really take that long. However, I try to keep the video a little bit shorter, and I decided I liked this one best for what I'm deciding to do for my Thanksgiving photos. And I can't decide, is it going to be people? Is it going to be pictures of the food or some combination? But we'll see. But the scrapbooking kits come with this lovely instructions. And the way that they're labeled is that you get, I can't really show you, my camera is too low to be able to show you what these pages look like in their entirety. But what they are is the kits come with lots of designer series paper, as well as some solid colors, and the solid colors are the two-tone cardstock, which I've talked about before, which are amazing, close to my heart products. And what these diagrams show you is how to cut each and every sheet so that you have what you need to create the layouts that that I showed you before that are on the cover. So we're going to be going for this one, right? So what I did was, this is project number 3. So I went through the kit and I pulled out every sheet of paper that had a 3 in it. See how they're labeled? And this is so that you can keep track of, you can cut your paper all in advance if you wanted to, and then assemble your pages. But again, I'm just doing project number 3. So I went through and I found that I need to cut this paper, this designer series paper, for 3B and 3K. And it shows you how to your cut orientation. So when I put it into my paper trimmer, I put it so that the trees were facing up. You'll see that on this one, which we're not going to be cutting, the trees are facing sideways. And that's just to get the maximum out of your paper, and so that everything is oriented properly when you put it on your page. So they really take all the guesswork out. So I went through and I cut with my paper trimmer all the pieces that had a 3 in front. Okay, so you can see I skipped over a bunch. We've got these 3 down here, and I did pretty well. It would be easier if I was doing all of them at the same time, but again, I chose not to. So you can see we're using this entire page and this one as well. These are exclusive papers for this particular page and not for 1 or 2. And then same thing with these last two pages, which are white cardstock. So it tells you how to do it. And then you've got your instructions on how to assemble each of the pages and what you need to do. So I'm going to flip to project number 3, and I'm going to start with the left page. And one of the things that it tells you what you can do to prepare for both pages. So here's the second page. First page to do for both pages is take your wood cuts, and this kit came with these awesome wood cuts that you just, they're die cut. They're a little thicker and they're meant to look like wood, and they just punch out. So they're laser cut out. And I took out the 3 that we needed, and we have grateful, and then this little branch, and this little tree stump. And what they're suggesting here is to add some detail to the wood die cuts. And to do that, I'm taking my Stampin' Up marker. I'm using Early Espresso. I'm using the bullet tip, and I already did the other. So it's a very subtle look, but I'm just sort of enhancing the cut marks. And you can also go around the edges like I did on Grateful. So you see on Grateful, I use the brush tip, and I just, with the side of my brush, just went along the left edges, just so that it's going to stand out a little bit more when I put it on the page. Now I could go all the way around, but I decided to do just the left edges, just to give it that little extra. So that was the little bit that I could do for both pages. So anyway, so we've got these fabulous die cuts. Some are for the first page and some are for the second. So we're going to start with, see how, let me pick this up. Remember how we cut out and defined which pieces to cut from the big DSP and cardstock? We've got them labeled here. And so what I did was as I cut them out, I'm going to pull them over. I do have them sorted to make it a little bit easier for us. Sorry. I did label each piece with a pencil. I don't know if you can even see it. See? 3I. It looks a lot darker on here than it is in person. And oops. 3H. So this way I know what all of these pieces are meant for. 3D we've got down here, and I just wrote it, really small. And at the end, I'm going to go back and erase. But for now, I'm going to leave it and hopefully be able to see what it is that I'm doing. See, 3A. Okay. So this instructions say use the crushed curry for cardstock for the base. So you see this base here. Pull away all the pieces that I've cut. Of course, I've got them in order. So this is the crushed curry cardstock. You can see how pretty it is. And you can see that the back side is a lighter color. So it's that two-tone cardstock that has the white core. I'm going to use a lighter side, I think. That's just a quick decision on my part. And now it says to attach 3A. Let me show you what I'm just following along. 3A, 3B, and 3C. So here's A, here's B, and 3C. So not only do I have the label to be able to go with and see where to put it on the page, but I also have everything marked already as well. So there are 2 different ways. So I can recognize it from the photo, which a lot of times is all I do, is use the photo. And I'm just going to adhere these down. Now, when you're scrapbooking, we always say you want to use something for your adhesive that is it's strong, but most importantly, that is scrapbooking safe or acid free. And all of our papers that we have are suitable for scrapbooking, as are our adhesives. So I could use my wet adhesive. I could use, whatever adhesive I like, but I'm going to just use my Stampin' Seal. And look at how cute these little animals are on the backside. So you could, of course, flip it over and do that if you wanted to. But one of the other kits uses that side, and I'm just trying to make sure I have it right side up. And I've got my trees down. Lovely. And then I'm going to add this. So you can see I'm not putting a ton of adhesive on. I find that when I put it into my scrapbooks, which is a whole nother story, and we'll talk about that another day, but when I put it in my scrapbooks, I always have something, I use a page protector, so it's in there, and so I feel like just a little bit of adhesive is more than enough. And that's so that, you know, you never know, I might want to pull something out later. Now the next piece is 3D. And you can see that it's this Whisper White piece. And this time I'm going to actually put the adhesive on the side with the 3D so I don't have to go back and erase it. So all I did to label these was use my, use a pencil. And I'll just show you in a second. I'm just lining this up with the edge and I'm just going by the diagram. Okay, so I see that this white piece is the background for this. I just used a pencil. It's just a mechanical pencil, paper made with an eraser. So nothing fancy needed there. Anything you've got will work. And then we're going to attach, let's say, 3E, which is this piece. And that's going to go here. And it's going to have the border. So again, I'm just following along really quickly with the diagram. And this, you know, even though I did everything in advance, it does take a little bit of time. So I'm going to just get all of this on. And this is for the photo. This is what's nice about the Stampin' Up kits is that it actually tells you on the first page of the kit that photos that if you want to do these exact diagrams, the photos that you need. So I'm going to be getting 4 3x3 photos on this double page spread and 1 4x6 photo. And when I get my photos printed, I actually go to Walgreens. I have a Walgreens here that has a photo shop and I just let them print them off for me. So let's see. So we've got 3F on here. And then if I had my photo, I would put it here, but I don't have it right now. So the next piece that goes on actually, oh, we'll do that after. Okay. So the next piece is these small pieces of paper. So these are the DSP pieces. So we've got 3I, 3H, and 3G. And what we're doing with these is we're flagging them at the top. And they use the word dovetail. I use the word flag. And all I do is just trim, go one side to that center mark. And you can see I'm not going crazy. I'm just kind of making it casual. And these are going to go up here. And I'm going to do that again. Oops, I didn't quite go to center here. I probably could have done this in advance and just told you about it, but here we are. Okay, we've got number 2, and then we've got number 3. So here we are. Very cute little banners, and it just adds a little bit to the page. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to attach these right about here. And I'm going to show you. Oops, they used actually the other side of this one. So here they are over here. See how they've got them? And we're going to be covering the bottoms of them with a nice sticker. I always love stickers, and these kits come with a great sticker sheet. So let's get these guys on here really quickly. I'm not going to give it too much thought. Let's see. I'm just going to do what they did. And they actually had the top of this one go off. And that lends to the continuity of the page. I've been talking about that a little bit in my different classes and how you want to have some continuity. And you do that by having overlap of your different pieces. So there we go. We've got our nice little banners. That's approximately what they showed us. And you see my little letters are all the way at the bottom here. So that is good. And so I'm going to take this giant sticker sheet. Now this sticker sheet comes with, I can't even show you on the camera. Look at that. I got to go around like this. And we're going to do the in all things, give thanks, and you can see it's just a big sticker. So much fun, so easy to work with. And this is going to just overlap. And look how nice that looks with those little banners sticking out from the top. So, I may not have thought to do that if I was scrapbooking on my own. All right, so now we're going to add a couple of other little embellishments, and some of the embellishments are not stickers, but instead they are die cuts, and these are laser cut out of paper, and I'm bringing it over, and they're just a little bit fragile because they really come out very easily. So you can see we've got these pieces, but check it out on the back side. Look at this. They are labeled, so you know which ones go with which project. And this makes it so easy to figure out what you need. So you can see that I had already punched out a couple, but I also need these two for project number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these guys out. And by doing it on the back side, it just makes it so easy. I couldn't believe it when I learned that. So here we have some circles, and I already had cut out some circles before that they had. And this one, according to the diagram, uses these two. And so that's what we're going to do, as well as this. And now this one, I want to wait for my photo to put this on. So I'm just going to tuck it behind just for now so that I don't lose it, and know that when I put my photo on, I'm going to put it at the top of the photo as they show. Okay, so we've got our little pieces, and then we're also going to be using our little die cuts. So these just go on with regular adhesive. You could also use glue dots, which is a recommendation that they have, that the small elements can be adhered with glue dots. And let's see, I was supposed to put this one down first, it looks like, but that's okay. I can just pull this up a little bit. And again, they're using the overlap to allow for that continuity. Now, these pieces we're going to put on. These we definitely want to use glue dots, because even though they have like a paper backing here, they are going to not adhere as well if you just use regular adhesive. And I'm just putting 1 or 2 on the back of each. You'll notice that my glue dots that I use here are ones that are from our paper pumpkin kits, and they just really easy to keep on my desk here, and they just have some backing on. But any glue dots work. We have our mini glue dots, which come on a roll, which are fabulous. They are the same as these. It's just the way that they are distributed. And so again, got this cute little tree stump. Voila. Let's see. We put this on here. And again, we've got all our little overlap going. One last thing that they did on this page was some of those little word stickers. And so here they are. We've got a whole bunch of words. Now, these also are great for if you're making cards. If you wanted to make some cards with, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of leftovers after you make the kit that can be used for making cards for additional scrapbooking pages. But having these little word strips are always great. And they just popped one here, grateful heart, and then give thanks. And there is the left side, and I'll show you this. So I know that I'm going to be looking to get a picture that fits right here. All right, so that is one side of the double-sided spread. And for the sake of presentation, I am going to assemble the other one and then show it to you on the camera, but the steps are the same. You'll see what I'll be going for. And I don't really know how to fast forward, so I'm just going to do it in the background and then show it to you and come back in a minute. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. All right, so now I am back, and you can see that I have completed the second page. It has a lot of the similar elements. We got our little wood cuts at the bottom. I added some little hearts. These are wood cuts as well. And this did not take me more than about 10 minutes to put together. These will be for my 4 photos. And this one is a sticker, but I did not adhere it too tightly because I'm going to be putting a photo underneath there. So I didn't want it to be stuck down too hard. But now I have my 2 pages that are going to go into a scrapbook, a 12 by 12 scrapbook. Now, currently, we don't really have one from Stampin' Up, but I'm hoping in January we will. And for now, I'm just going to be taking my photos, doing my pages, adding my photos to the pages, and then saving it for when I have my albums, and I'm going to put them in together. You can see that I'll be all set and ready to go for my Thanksgiving photos. So anyway, that is my very first scrapbooking adventure for a video. Please let me know. Did you like this? Is this helpful? Did you learn anything from using the kits? Is it something that you would like to do? I know I have some downline and some customers who are looking forward to working with the kits. I intend to do some in-person classes where we put them together because it's always much more fun, scrapbooking with somebody else, I find, but certainly easy enough to do on your own. So I would love to hear your comments. So please put them in the comments below this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I am thankful for you and for your business and for your interest in watching my videos and all of that. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.